Ever felt your React app is slow or re-rendering in a loop, and then someone tells you just use useMemo or use callback? But wait, which one do you actually use and why? Today we are going deep dive into useMemo versus use callback, when to use them, when not to use them, and I will even share real life code example so you never confuse them again. Let's make your React code faster, cleaner and smarter. First, let's quickly understand why these hooks are even exist. React re-render component when state or props changed. Sometimes that's fine, but sometimes it's overkill. Imagine recalculating expensive logic or recreating function every re-render, waste of performance, right? That's where useMemo and useCallback step in. Think of them as a React memory box. You store value or a function and React give it back without recomputing unless it really need to. Now let's take an example for the useMemo that will help us to understand well. Here is 3 easy steps to implement useMemo in your code. Step number first, import useMemo from React. Step number 2, please wrap your computing function inside useMemo hook. Step number 3, please hold your value which is calculated from your computing function into a variable and you use that variable into your UI. Please remember, useMemo memoize value. That means useMemo return a value. In this example, total is only recalculated when item changes. Without useMemo, this calculation runs every render, even if nothing changed. Let's take an example for the use callback hook. Now let's take an use case. Let's suppose we have one page and there is one search box, and I want to create a component for the search box that is child component, and I will use search box as a child component to the parent component. The parent component is app. Let's start. Number first, we have to import use callback. Number 2, we have to create a child component that is search box and passing on search function. Now here I am using a parent component that is app, and I am taking one state variable that is query, and I am using use state to hold the query here, right? Now let's wrap our business logic function inside use callback hook and hold that value in a constant variable that is handle search. Finally, let's pass handle search memoize function as a prop in a child component that is search box. Here is the deal. Without use callback, React would create new handle search function on every re-render. That means search box might re-render unnecessary even if nothing is changed. Please remember, use callback return a memoize function, but whereas useMemo is return memoize value. Now let's make it super clear. useMemo hook store value. When to use it? When we want to memorize expensive calculations. And use callback store function. When to use it? When we want to memorize function so it doesn't get recreated unnecessary when re-render happens. Think of useMemo as a caching the result of a function and useCallback as a caching the function itself. The common mistake which we can do. Mistake number first. If you use callback or use memo everywhere in your code, that's not magic performance booster. They add the complexity. Use them only when re-render are costly. The mistake number 2, forgetting dependencies. If you leave the dependencies array empty, your memoized value or function never update, which might lead a bugs. In a product search page, useMemo can cache the filtered product list. useCallback can cache the search handle function passed to the child input component. Together, they prevent unnecessary filtering and re-rendering. So, next time when you feel your app is slow, please remember use useMemo hook when you want to memorize result of your function where your function is expensive in the calculation, and use callback function when you want to memorize function and it will not recreate a function again and again when re-render happen in your application. That's it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more awesome tech insights video. Until then, keep coding and stay curious.